It's still not an easy thing being a minority in an American school. The Department of Education released a new survey which finds that black students are suspended or expelled at triple the rate of white students. The survey finds that only 5% of white students were suspended each year, compared to 16% of black students. They also found that minority students have less access to teachers with experience. Education Secretary Arnie Duncan expressed dismay over the findings, saying, quote, "This data collection shines a clear, unbiased light on places that are delivering on the promise of an equal education for every child and places where the largest gaps remain. In all, it's clear that the United States has a great distance to go to meet our goal of providing opportunities for every student to succeed." Jason, this data is depressing but not terribly surprising. What else could be done, I suppose? This touches on the conversation we were just having about opportunity.
It does, and one of the things that I would point out is that to affect educational outcomes, there's a holistic, there's sort of a holistic thing you have to do, where you have to consider the environment the kids are walking to and from school. Do they have access to a good public library? When they go home, are they going home to a place where there's heating and air conditioning, where there's protection against things like rat infestations? Are they living in such dense environments that they don't have a quiet private place to do homework? There's a whole lot of things that factor in, and we can talk about. There are some unique features to what we were just talking about, inner cities that impact educational outcomes, and there are unique things endemic to pockets of rural poverty where you have the same situation going on. I think that right now America educates quite well the people that America cares to educate. It's just that we sort of like turn a blind eye to the needs of a lot of people across the country.
I almost see a parallel, Jason, to the prison statistics, where anytime you've got a disciplinary scenario where a person in a position of power is able to discipline one person versus another, is it possible that teachers and principals just subtly deploy racist calculations when they're choosing whether or not to discipline a student, in the same way that cops stop a lot more black people and send a lot more black people to jail than white people who are guilty of the same level of offense?
I mean, it's very possible. People tend to be more sympathetic and empathetic toward members of their own peer group, people that they can recognize themselves in. So that's quite possible.